Hey guys, it's Summer. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to click on today's video. In today's video, we are going to be doing my weekly budget check-in for the month of April, and it's going to cover the week of April 10th through April 15th. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Summer, and I'm currently on a financial journey to pay off all of my debt while saving money at the same time. Here on my channel, I am documenting my journey to financial freedom, and I make videos on budgeting, paying off debt, saving money, and pretty much anything money related. If that's content that you're interested in, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and joining me for another video. I truly appreciate your support. So let's get into this week's weekly budget check-in. So this is the weekly budget check-in form that I use. I did purchase this form off of Etsy. If you are interested, I will link it in the description box. I really like doing a weekly budget check-in. That way I can evaluate how I am doing with my budget and make sure that my spending is aligning with my financial goals. On my budget check-in, I write down the date, the item I purchased, the category it came from, the cost, and then I identify if it was a need or a want. And on the bottom, I do a budget check-in. So on the top, it's just my spending, and I use the highlighter method to track my expenses in each category. And then on the bottom, I do a budget check-in, and that's where I have the category, the budget I had for the week, the amount that I spent, and then my remaining amount for the month. I do budget monthly, and I stuff my cash envelopes monthly. So the money that I have left over is the money that I have left over for the month. And then the last part of my budget check-in is just a reflection. I really like to reflect on my spending. This week on April 11th, I did go to Grocery Outlet to pick up some hamburger buns and some cheese. That came out of the food category, and that was $8. I would say that that was a need. I am really proud of myself for going into the grocery store and only buying 2 things. On April 14th, I went to Fraser Farms and picked up some groceries. I went in to get a pizza. I like to have frozen pizza or takeout pizza on Fridays. So I went in to get a pizza, but they were also having a sale on their kombucha. I really like drinking kombucha, and the price has gone up a lot since the price of food has increased. So the kombucha usually is about $4.25, $4.50, and they had it on sale for $2.99. So I did stock up on a lot of the kombucha, and my total at Fraser Farms came out to be $43. I would say that that was a need. On April 15th, I did go to Costco and picked up some ground turkey. I was using ground turkey in one of my recipes that I made for my meal prep for the week for my lunch. That came out of the food category, and that was $24. Once again, I'm really proud of myself for just sticking to my list. On April 15th, while I was in Costco, I did pick up some wine. A lot of their wines were on sale, so I did pick up some bottles of wine. When I did the remodel of my kitchen, I did add a wine fridge. So I'm looking forward to adding some wines into that fridge. It holds 48 bottles of wine, and I'm nowhere near that amount, but I plan to pick up a couple of bottles each month. So I spent $57 on wine, and I would say that that was a want. The ground turkey was definitely a need. On April 15th, I placed an order on Amazon for a food scale that came out of the self-care envelope. I'm really trying to get back on track. And this week I've really been focused on making healthier choices as well as exercising regularly. So my goal for this week was to track my food and to go to the gym 4 times. I would say the food scale was a need. Now that I've listed all of my spending, let's go ahead and use the highlighter method to track my expenses. So each one of my categories has a color. My food category gets highlighted with this teal color. So let's go ahead and highlight all of my food expenses with this highlighter. And my self-care envelope gets this pink. And I did have 2 self-care expenses. I did not do a lot of spending this week because last week I did a lot of spending and I was just trying to get back on track. And honestly, there wasn't a lot of money left in my cash envelopes to spend. So for food, let me get my calculator out. So for food, we started the week out with $79. And I spent $8 at Grocery Outlet, $43 at Fraser Farms, and $24 at Costco. So this week in food, I spent $75. So if I take the amount that I had, the 79, and subtract the 75, that means I am left with $4. So I have $4 remaining in my food cash envelope for the month. For gas, I'm cashless for gas. So let me just see if I had any spending for gas this week. I did not spend any money on gas. I was on spring break the first week in April, and I didn't use my car that much. So I still had gas left over from the last time I filled up my tank. So I did not have to fill up between April 10th and 15th. So I'm gonna put, I spent $0, which means I still have $244.52 in my gas envelope for the month. For guilt-free, I started the week off with $0 and I spent $0. So that means I still have $0 left in my cash envelope for the month. For a household, I started the week off with $11 and I did not spend any money in my household envelope, so that means I still have $11 left for the month. In miscellaneous, I started the week out with $4. I did not spend any money in my miscellaneous envelope, so that means I still have $4 left for the month. For self-care, I did spend some money. I went to Costco and bought some bottles of wine. That was $57. And I also bought a food scale from Amazon, and that was $12. So I spent $69 this week in my self-care category. I started the week out with $189. So if we take $189 and subtract $69, that means we are left with $120 in my self-care envelope for the month. Now that I have done my budget check-in, let's go ahead and do the reflection. What I did well this week, I did a really good job at staying on budget. I had quite a few no spend days this week, which is really good. Where can I improve? I think an area that I want to improve in is having balance. I feel like at the beginning of the month, I spend a lot of money, and then towards the end of the month, I don't have a lot of money left over. So I would like to balance out my spending. So maybe to help with that, I might think about stuffing my cash envelopes once a week. I really don't like that since I do get paid once a month and I budget for the month. I like being able to have larger amounts in my cash envelopes. That way, if I want to do a big grocery haul, I'll have the money in my envelope. So I definitely want to improve in this area. Next week's goal is to continue to stay on track. I really don't want to go over budget. Well, that concludes today's budget check-in. I really hope that you enjoyed this video or found it helpful. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. In the comments, I would love to know, how did you do this week with your budget? What/where can you improve in your budget, and what are your budget goals for next week? I look forward to reading you guys' comments and hearing how your week went. Well, I hope that you have an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye. But before you go, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It definitely helps out my channel, and I truly appreciate your support.